Hi boys and girls, it's Shane. I'm in my sci-fi house. Check out this floor. I'm gonna do a rewind in time and show you how we got to this point on it. But we're also trying to finish out all the things for decorating it. What do you think of the sofa? Isn't that cool? So give me your best science fiction decorating ideas. And now I'm gonna go to how we finished this floor. So we're going back in time, 2 full days. That's pretty sci-fi. So we've got a little bit of probably a combination of chalk dust and overspray. I think most of this is that orange chalk. It just seems to come right up. I'm going to clean it up with a little bit of denatured alcohol. And just like that. I'm going to try to stay off my stripes and focus mostly on the black epoxy areas. The epoxy is too smooth for the polyurethane to stick to, so I need to sand it first with some 220 grit sandpaper. Just basically for my top coat, I need something that doesn't have a UV protectant that will stop the floor from glowing. So we're going to be using this Minwax polyacrylic. We're going to use it in a gloss. I'm just going to roll it on with a foam roller. Remember to always stir polyurethane, don't shake it. So we want to stir, and particularly we want to bring the parts from the bottom upward. So I like to kind of scrape across the bottom and the sides while we stir it. Stirring properly will help you to get a much better finish. And this is not like stirring your coffee. We want to stir this for a good minute or two before we use it. I forgot a paint stick and I don't really want to have to bend over the whole time I'm rolling this out. So I'll teach you a tip. I've got this broom right here. Most brooms will unthread. So if I just turn this, most of the time you can unscrew the pole from a broom, and that thread pattern on the end will match a paint stick. Now I'll just screw this one in just like that. Hopefully it bites. This one may be a different size. Nope, it bit. All right, so now I've got a pole I can use with my paint roller, even though I forgot my pole. I don't like the way that's looking. I've got to trust the process and assume those bubbles are all going to pop and everything's going to look good. But right now I got my doubts again. Oh no. I got a lot more floor to do. And now I've got another problem. While my polyurethane is wet on the floor, we've got a windstorm that's blown up and it's starting to blow grass clippings and yard waste underneath this door. That's going to track all over the floor. And my brooms are over there now. Okay, so how do I get rid of this without a broom and before my polyurethane dries? And then how do I prevent it from coming back so that I don't have to worry about any more polyurethane getting caked in this stuff once I get it cleaned? I've got 3 things to solve. How do we do this? How do we do this? Just stole my wife's kitchen broom. I'm sure she won't mind, right? So I've got the first layer of clear on now, but we can see all the little bubbles. The person at the paint place suggested that foam roller, so instead I'm going back to one of my old favorites, the Pretty White Dove. We're gonna do a 1/4 inch nap, but in order to get rid of these bubbles, I'm going to have to sand it one more time. I like the way it feels. Like now there's no longer a rise on this and it's nice and smooth, and it still looks really good on the UV light, as you can see. But it is going to require another sanding. I'm using a 320 sandpaper for this, and if you look, you can see where it's getting dull as I sand. That's where the high spots from all the bubbles were. There were thousands and thousands of bubbles everywhere. And I'm just needing to sand those down. The second verse is the same as the first. So we get a smooth finish. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. And I'll roll on some more with that Pretty White Dove roller. And here we go again. I'll use a brush to come up onto that edge, get nice and tight. When I'm finished, there's gonna be a couple spots like that have been sanded down and the black coating is missing. I'm gonna touch those up with black nail polish when I'm done. Now it's time to figure out the arrangement of the furniture in here and start getting the decoration going. We started laying everything out. What do you think of this sofa? Does this feel sci-fi to you? Also, give me some ideas. It's time to totally decorate this place. What does it need? What should I do?